Milkweed of the family Apocynaceae includes 424 genera and 1,500 species with a wide range of global distribution and visual characteristics. In this video, we will focus on 3 Minnesota native milkweed: Asclepias syriaca, common milkweed, and this is distribution in Minnesota is fairly wide. Asclepias tuberosa, or butterfly milkweed, and here is its distribution in Minnesota is more concentrated on the east side of the state. And Asclepias incarnata, or swamp milkweed, which has the widest range in Minnesota. All 3 varieties of milkweed have high value for pollinators, which include a wide range of bees, butterflies, and some moths. Milkweed also provides habitat and nectar to a wide range of wasps, flies, and beetles. And specifically, swamp milkweed hosts a fascinating relationship between aphids and ants.
Milkweed is most importantly for monarchs because monarch caterpillars require milkweed to grow. So without milkweed, we wouldn't have any monarchs. So in terms of other pollinators, milkweed is really important because it's a very attractive nectar plant for really any and all pollinators. Nectar is the main fuel that the pollinators use to, as an energy source, and they store honeybees at least will store the nectar in their hives to use at a later date.
Milkweed has characteristics of alternate leaves that are lanceate or linear in shape, that are attached to stems with short petioles. The foliage also is hispid, which means they are covered in short, stiff hairs. The flowers are umbel-shaped, and the fruit is a pod or a follicule, which has many seeds in them with silky hairs. Here's a chart of the 3 milkweeds we're talking about, a little bit more information to help you with growing it, with sun exposure, the soil that they like, from bloom time to even more specific pollinators and insects that visit them. So you can go ahead and pause it if you need more time.
Milkweed has several environmental adaptations that help it survive. One example is that milkweed seeds, before planting, need a cold stratification that replicates a Minnesota winter. If you want to do this at home, put your seeds in the refrigerator for the length of the winter. This keeps it from germinating too early or germinating into unfavorable conditions. Another adaptation is that milkweed has long taproots, which helps with water intake and also wind stabilization.
Different species of milkweed have different levels of toxicity, which is the cardinalides within the plant. And so as the caterpillars feed on the plant, they're able to store these toxins inside them, and that's what helps them avoid predation, because the predators will then try to eat a monarch and they don't taste very good, so that prevents them from being eaten in the future by those predators. Really, you can use milkweed in a variety of different landscapes and plant a number of different species along with it that are compatible with it, which is really just about any native nectar plants. The one thing to consider is that in a pollinator landscape, we want nectar and pollen sources to be available throughout the growing season. Mainly, we recommend that you plant species that are native to your area. Here in Minnesota, the most common ones that we see are common milkweed, swamp milkweed, and butterfly milkweed. Once they're established, they really require very little attention. If anything, some of the species you might have to cut back to keep them contained a little bit. For the most part, they're very easy to grow. Not only do monarchs visit milkweed to nectar and lay their eggs, but this year the population reached an all-time low. So this year, more than ever, the monarchs need us to plant milkweed.
We recommend researching your local nurseries to make sure that when they are growing, or the sources that they get their plants from, are not pre-treated with pesticides that will harm pollinators. Here are 2 resources in the Twin Cities, Bachmans and Tangletown, that grow their plants either sustainably or with no pre-treated pesticides. Thank you for watching our video. Here are some additional resources if you'd like to research more about growing milkweed in your own garden.